We're about to enter the dark web, and what we're gonna find might shock you. Last time here on Trilogy Media, joined by two of the top ethical hackers in the world, we dove headfirst into the dark web, revealing secrets that shocked even us. But that was just the beginning. In this video, we're answering some of your burning questions about the dark web and diving even deeper than ever before. From the eerie world of AI and deepfakes, to the chilling reality of session hijacking, where hackers don't even need your password to take over your life. We'll be exploring the underbelly of illegal drug marketplaces, the murky waters of massive data leaks, and even a too close to home revelation: art's very own personal details. Joined once again by our brother Ryan Montgomery, aka 0 Day, we're not just telling stories, we're stepping right into them. Strap in, hold on tight, and prepare to explore the dark side of the digital world. And do not try this at home. Welcome to Trilogy Media.
Well, brother, first of all, thank you so much for having us. It's great to reconnect.
We are at Casa de 0 Day.
Yeah, they're here.
We're
They're here with a lot of whipped cream.
We
brought
inside.
Yes. We had an amazing time doing our last dark web video with you, and for us, not doing anything really super technical on our channel, we're more boots on the ground, and I not knowing jack about any of this stuff. I'm fascinated, which I would like to think our audience is too, at how all this works, what the dark web is. We were able to dive in before in person and then again on a Zoom call, but we wanted to revisit it for the squad to check out some more stuff we can talk about and answer some questions that have come up since.
Last video actually resonated through a lot of people and did pretty well, and a lot of people had a lot of questions, and we would love to address those questions. And
Yeah, I'll try to answer the best of my ability.
There were a lot of questions, many of which I have no idea how to answer, and a lot of them that were asked multiple times. One that we definitely saw was asking about how these people are never being caught. So this one from Ian Thomas 3653. How are these people not being caught? In referring to these illegal drug marketplaces and these horrible places selling human meat. I'm no detective, but feel like a lot of this could be stopped. So explain that to me like I'm 5.
Okay, so
you 4.5.
I'll explain it in a different way. So he asked, how are they not being caught? So
right.
People get caught for all kinds of reasons. You steal a candy bar and your friend tells on you, you get in trouble. That's a very basic example. Or online, you have a group of friends and one of them gets in trouble, they start snitching on you, you get caught that way. Or maybe there's a thing called operational security, or OPSEC for short. You know, you could have left a username associated with the site, or maybe you logged into an account with your real IP address by accident, or your VPN wasn't connected when you connected to, a website. There's a million ways to get caught. I guess the main thing is why do that? I don't know. What do you mean?
I guess like
not get caught?
a website sitting on the internet. Like I know it's like Tor is like. And I don't fully understand all this, but like you mentioned earlier about hosting and how it can be hosted privately, like,
yeah.
But it's hosted somewhere, right? Like, where is that, and why is the owner of that not held accountable for all these horrible things happening on their servers?
So that they do. So some of these, that's called bulletproof hosting. So that's not the name of a company. That's just the type of hosting that this is. Some of these people do get arrested. A lot of them have underground rules. They'll allow everything except for some. I'm not going to say the word, but
you can say it for Trilogy Plus. I'll blur it in the video, but if we put up Trilogy Plus, people want to know what the hell you're talking about. So.
Yeah. Well, even in the bulletproof hosting world, they don't allow for. So it's but those people. I mean, you can look up many cases. I believe there was a Netflix thing that came out. I didn't watch it yet. Just heard about it. I think it's called Cyberbunker, that explains the whole story about a bulletproof hosting company. These guys usually use companies like that. They'll pay with cryptocurrency. They'll run these websites, whether real or fake. Some of these sites are just honeypots, is the word they like to use, whether that be a federal agent or somebody just trying to steal your money. And then the people that are actually committing crimes and they're really providing real services, they're doing the same thing. They just have to be a little tighter on their OPSEC, their operational security, so that they inevitably don't get caught, which I guess I'm not trying to promote it in any type of way. I'm just saying that OPSEC is important whether you're a criminal or not a criminal.
It works both ways.
Yeah. I mean, even for you guys, it's you have an online presence. People know your face. Art, Ashton. They whether they obviously they do know your real last names, but do they have your personal cell phone number? Do they have your address? Do they have your grandmom's address? Do they have your whole life? No, most likely not, because you're OPSEC. And you guys took. From the last time we've talked, which was a few months ago, not last time we talked, last time we were in person, you guys told me that you used a service to remove all your stuff off the internet from at least the public data websites.
Yeah.
That's one step in making your OPSEC a little bit better. It's not going to make it flawless, but it does make a big impact for the low-level people.
There is another question. Dark Harmony asks, what's the difference between dark web and the deep web?
Which I think we covered a little bit last time, but maybe we could
explain
it to us again.
The dark web is a term that was used for anything on Tor, on the Onion router. So the deep web, I think I said last time, is like the second page of Google where nobody goes there.
Someone asked, because we talked about pen tester, and you actually found a lot of our old information, like some of my old passwords, my old dog's name. So someone asked, can pen tester remove your details if you find them on the dark web? Is that one of their services? Anyone know? I presume if you sub to them, they can, but just interested. Yeah. And I guess in general, as a general thing too, like if you do find a lot of your old on there, what are you supposed to do about it?
So in some cases, all you can do is remove the account or delete the account or just change the password. But in other cases where, for example, there's things called stealer logs. So that's just one example, but let's say someone has malware on a computer that's at your office or at your house, and you're logged into Facebook or you're logged into your email. There's a session associated with that which allows somebody to sign into your account without a password. And pen tester, you could run your email that could be associated with a stealer log that has a session for your bank, and then I'm going to replace my session with your session, refresh the page, and essentially I'm logged into your account. So in those cases, you could just log out of your account, log out other devices, and then you renew that session. So that's something that you could do based upon a leak. As for your personal information, we request data removal from a ton of brokers, and that number rises every day. That's why I'm not going to put an exact number on it. Mm-hmm. But I can't guarantee that your data is going to be removed from companies I don't control. Right. But we're going to try our best. As for dark web leaks and just leaks in general, that's in your hands. And sometimes there are things you can do about it.
Speaking of leaks, when was the last time you got leaked? I mean, not you personally, your information.
My information?
How often do you check your own stuff? Since you're such a wizard, you're such a guru of things that you're doing.
And are you extra paranoid because of how much you know?
I mean, my product, we do it every day. So if there was a new breach or a new leak that had information about emails or information regarding me, I would just see it by default because
immediately.
Because we're updating our product, and this is going to sound like an advertisement, but we're
in lifetime.
We're doing it every single day. So
to keep the service up to date.
Yeah, to keep the service
effective. Yeah.
Right. So in that case, I would see like, oh wow, here's my new password in front of my face, or here's
It's similar for us in scams. Like we're always looking for the scam. So naturally, if there's a new scam, we'll be able to.
We will know immediately.
At least, not that we're immune to scams, but we certainly have an ear out for it at all times for ourselves, let alone other people's.
So basically, you're not able to get leaked without you knowing immediately, right?
I'm gonna know very quickly.
If someone's licking you.
So you're unlickable, huh?
Yeah, I'm unlickable.
You're unlickable.
Even if you're covered in whipped cream, so no one can lick you?
We'll try that after.
Yeah, it's after this.
Well, that's gonna be for our midnight show.
What I don't understand, this is from James Turner 7488. What I don't understand is if these guys could just explore the dark web, then why don't the authorities also explore it and bust all the people perpetrating illegal activities? I mean, I think you answered this already, but it's because they can access it, but they can't identify the people doing it.
Exactly, and they are definitely, not only are the authorities on the dark web searching, doing the same thing we are, searching, looking through communities on the internet for communities within the dark web, but they're starting their own websites that look like real services or even function and actually do operate like real services just to get information on dealers, vendors, criminals, and that's what I was saying earlier about honeypots. The feds actually create these services, themselves.
We have so much more to cover right here in this video, some stuff that sent a shiver down our spine. Many times on this channel we've talked about our security partner and video sponsor, Guardio, and discussed the chilling reality of data leaks and the havoc that they wreak on innocent lives every single day. But that reality hits infinitely harder when you can see it happen right in front of you. Like what just happened with the recent AT&T data breach. Personal information of over 70 million people was just stolen by hackers and spilled out into the darkness for criminals to do with whatever they please. You need a tool to scan the dark web 24/7 for these kinds of data leaks, and to not just alert you the moment they happen, but give you guidance and instruction about what to do about it in order to protect yourself. Guardio isn't just another security tool, it's your personal watchtower on the internet, scanning the dark web for your personal information and giving you real-time alerts for any breaches. And why is this valuable? Think about how many online accounts and logins you have. Dozens? Hundreds? Now, how many of those accounts share a similar password or security question? By stealing this data, hackers have a much higher chance of gaining access to your entire web of logins to lock you out of your own accounts, steal your money, steal your identity, and so on. In a world where your data can be compromised with one wrong click of a button, Guardio sweeps your online presence for traces of your information in data breaches and alerts you in real time of anything concerning. Also, with one single subscription to Guardio, you can scan and secure your browser from hijacks, block malicious sites in real time, and get alerts about data leaks as they happen for up to 5 separate people simultaneously, so you can cover your whole family. Visit guard.io/trilogy to try it for free and perform your first browser scan for any data leaks completely free. It's quick, it's easy, and we believe it's the shield you need against the chaos of this cyber world. Don't just sit there and wait for the next big corporate data breach to discover that your information has been compromised, and let Guardio help keep your digital life secure.
I actually have a question for you. We can probably gonna use it for Trilogy Plus only. Since you have such a valuable set of skills and valuable information that you know, have you ever been reached by FBI, federal agents asking your help? Something that, you know, they interested in your set of skills?
Whatever you could talk about.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, I can't.
It's just only
I can't
for
talk about that one, even for Trilogy Plus.
No.
It's a.
A video's a video, yeah.
Right,
You can't say it. You can't say it. I would imagine his skills would be very useful in a lot of ways.
All right, so I have actually something pretty cool to show you guys. That it was made by someone in the cybersecurity community named Hoodie.
Hoodie. Is it related to our boy Hood?
Hood, yeah, we have an editor.
Not the same. Well, yeah, he's awesome, but different Hoodie. And and he named it capNcook, which I guess is a play on words with capNcook.
Actually, I think capNcook was like Jesse Pinkman's name in the beginning of Breaking Bad or something.
That's exactly right. So if I run this, it should give me an IP address. And I know you guys love your dark web. So now we have a custom Trilogy Media
What the?
dark web exploration tool.
Are you kidding?
No way. No, dude, there is no way.
Yep, so we're able to search anything we want. So not only is it searchable, but we can run reconnaissance screenshots. That way you don't actually have to go to the sites. You could just click the button and it'll go to them for you on the Tor network.
Oh my God.
It'll enumerate them, meaning it'll go to random pages, you know, trying to find if stuff exists there.
Did you ask him to do that, or he did it?
Why did he do this?
What did he do this?
It was more of a group project. We did it together.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it was just something that. we
that's
thought
an
you guys
honor.
might like.
That is an
Dude, I feel
honor.
honored.
Hoodie and Ryan, thank you guys. That's so freaking awesome. capNcook.
capNcook, appreciate you.
So now he can buy his submarines on his own
Yes!
provider.
Yeah, and people can actually go to this. Like, let's say they want to make it better or cooler, add more features. They can
Viewers
do
can
that.
actually go to this.
Yeah, like they can go on GitHub, I think, and it'll be on other sites too. But they can go and actually contribute, make it better if they want. It's free. It's not going to cost
That's
anything.
so cool.
So, like, let's say we wanted to search, let's say a site. Let's just say human meat.
Oh, I gotta get Connor's
Here
reaction on
we
this.
go. And we are back.
We did this before, so you know, it gives us some sites, and this is very insecure, by the way, guys. So don't ever do what I'm about to do right now.
No, yeah, for everyone watching, don't ever do this at home.
Adding a .ly at the end of an onion link in a regular Firefox browser is not secure, but I'm doing it out of ease of use.
What does it mean? Like, what is it?
It just allows us to go through.
Oh, that's what we went
yeah,
last
just
time.
the whole site.
For those with taste.
Yeah, for those with taste.
Collect our meat mainly from morgues.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and it says we won't tell you which countries, but we can say road accidents are our guilty pleasures. Death is not lazy.
So this is a real. This isn't a joke.
We don't know. Well, we don't know if
I don't know.
anything is legit, but it's a real thing on the dark web, and
Yes.
there are prices for body parts.
Yeah. So this is just one site we found last time.
Yeah, we went through this one.
We
in
don't
the
know if
last
it's real or
video,
not, but it's still weird.
But it's still vomit-inducing.
Brain, heart, liver.
Yeah, domains listed for human meat.
My God.
I got the chills.
Yeah,
You got
I know.
milk because I got meat.
so that's capNcook. There's so many more features to it, but I'll show you guys that off stream because it's technical.
Hoodie, thank you very much. This is an honor, and don't know what we did to deserve this love, but we love you and we appreciate it.
And Hoodie, just want to let you know, thank you for loving us, not hacking us, and protecting
Yes.
us. Thank you, thank you. We're going to be very nice to you this time. Thank you.
For the record, we love the cybersecurity community
That's right.
equally. Thank
Yes,
you.
of course.
This is so cool. This is so awesome.
And then now, so this is actually something interesting that I ran into. So here is a website that most likely not real, but the thing is, people will go to this believing that it's real, right? So this is a place to buy credit cards. And I think we may have even seen this site or something similar to it.
Yeah, you
Right,
showed us
it was
the,
like we touched a little
the
bit.
PayPals
Right.
that you showed us, but yeah.
Okay, so these are cards. So if you buy 10 cards with a $1,000 to $5,000 credit limit for $90, sold out, right?
This was a common question I saw about the PayPal thing. If the hackers legit have PayPal accounts or credit cards with those dollar amounts on them, why aren't they just using them instead of selling them for pennies on the dollar?
So I would guess if it's a credit card, they have to take the risk of buying something and waiting for it to get to their house, or if they have a drop spot or a virtual office to get that, that thing.
Or even just like they're selling PayPal accounts with balances. Like
What are you gonna buy?
Well, what is their customer gonna? They're selling the PayPal account to someone else who wants to use it.
Maybe
right?
they want to buy some type of online product or subscription service, or who knows. I don't know. I've never really gotten deep into what people purchase with these things. I would assume
This
subscription.
is unrelated to the dark web. I'm just doing it because I'm cough.
He probably got that on the dark web.
I did.
It's
I
gross.
did. It's from the human meat category.
Yeah, he's huffing human meat.
This is all pre-breath.
So with this
pre-breathed air.
site, right, you have the option to register and log in, and you can buy it. Like you could buy these cards. Whether it's real or fake doesn't matter. So I found a thing. So this is going to look like gibberish to you guys at first, but it will make sense to you in a second. In the terminal, if I run this, so you'll see that it's running through localhost 9050. That's Tor, and it's going to this same exact URL, and the vulnerability would be considered directory brute forcing. Found a directory called /sessions. So you see all this nonsense that just came back. And this came from the same exact website, and I'll show you what the visual of that looks like. So you see it's an index page full of sessions.
Right.
And it's the same exact site. If you see it ends in HQD, this ends in HQD. All of these people are on the website right now. So just like us,
On that credit card website.
on this credit card website.
Right now.
Right now. And,
So it's
and
live.
some of them are going to have sessions where they're actually registered users, like this one. This one's a registered user. That's their username. That's
True love.
Yep. Some of them actually say this is considered a serialized cookie, but for some reason it shows it in plain text. Here's another one here. But what we could do is, since these are sessions, you see how it says sesh underscore here. If I go into storage, and if you look at the value here, see this right here? I could replace it with mine with this, and I'll be logged in as this. Well, let's go to the other user. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to hack the site, but I can. By changing what I just showed you there, I could be logged in as somebody else because these people are not protecting this sessions page.
So you can pretend to be a bad guy, and through that bad guy, do your own stuff, right?
Right.
You could basically hack their login. Like
Yeah, because I don't need their password. As long as I have this session ID,
Oh my
all I got to
God.
do is replace mine with theirs.
And does it log them out?
Some cases yes, some cases no. Probably not.
But it
in
lets
this
you
case.
do everything as if you were them.
Yeah, with no password. So if this was a real site and they really bought cards, I'd be logged in as them. There'd be
Does
no.
this similar kind of thing work with like legit websites? Like
Yeah.
you log into your bank and people can hack your sessions?
Absolutely. That was what I was talking about earlier with the Stealer logs. So like with a session, like for example, like these are the cookies associated with my Twitter. So my auth token is here. If you were to replace this and maybe one, or I don't know how many Twitter would require, but if you were to change yours to mine and refresh, you'd be signed in as me.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's as simple as
So
I could
how
just
would-
change it. Look, if I save this and then I refresh, well, I guess it says your account may not be allowed to perform this action. Okay, so I am signed out.
So how would someone get that token in order to do that? Like how do Instagram account? This is a whole nother video. How do people's Instagrams get stolen?
We're getting these messages.
So many emails from people.
So many messages, emails asking like, hey, I lost my Facebook, I
was
lost
hacked,
Instagram.
and we're like, I mean, I can't help you, but like,
And they saying that scammers are controlling, you know, like right now they took over of my Instagram account.
it's almost like a ransom of their account.
Yeah, I mean, it's at
Stuff
that
like
point,
this.
it's stuff like this. I could show you with. I mean, this. I keep bringing up pen tester, but like it really
No,
is.
please keep bringing it up because it's all.
I'm not trying
key part of
to
this.
be that guy.
Oh, you should
not
be
that guy.
Yeah.
So like, oh yeah, Trilogy right here. I already have it up. So like, let's just say if I do something like,
Our
here's your
website?
site. Yeah.
I've never actually done this.
Yeah, and this is just a preliminary scan, but let's see if it finds. Yeah, so it did find some leaks here, and it's going to, you know, obviously be blurred out because it's a preliminary scan. But yeah, here's one cookie.txt.
So what is that?
So this is your Shopify, and this is from 9/16/23.
That recently.
So what does that
Yeah,
mean? Like,
and this is 10/26/23. This is from somebody's Chrome profile with an infected computer that was logged into your website.
well, we don't have logins to the website.
In this case, it's saved. I mean, that's what it. So. I wish I could show you this in full detail. If we weren't recording, can you blur this out if I show you?
of course.
Okay. All right. Yeah, these are all just people that are visiting your site, but they're infected with you know, some type of, not all of them, but in this case it's cookies.txt.
But this is just visitors. This is not someone like.
Yeah, I don't see anything here that's super
That's good.
important.
Yeah, I mean, I hope-
That's
I hope.
very good.
That's scary shit, dude.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know what you're looking at.
And especially when you see the name of your company.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, in your case, I don't see any credentials that were leaked,
That's
which is
good.
great. Usually it would
I'm
show.
pretty f***ing diligent about changing shit and making sure that I'm not using any duplicate passwords and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's good too, because usually like, newer databases will have a hash, for example. So like, even if your password is just password 123, it'll be, you know, encrypted. So even if it gets leaked right now, someone still has to crack it. Whereas, let's say 10 years ago, nobody did that. Everybody's passwords were just in plain, clear text English. That when the site got hacked, all the passwords came with it.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, somebody like me, like one of my old emails, which just don't show this site at all that I'm showing.
Yeah.
But like, these are just like a obviously troll account.
Oh, yeah.
But these were all clear text. And then you see that's a hash. That's not like an actual password. You would have to crack that to actually see it.
This is crazy.
And with my home address, I mean, like, there's everything here. Like, my social might even be in here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's my old house, my old phone number.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's all that.
Okay.
I guess that I don't even know what started that question.
I don't either, but thank you for doing it. That's cool.
You know, I'm glad that there was nothing crazy to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
That's
good.
a
Hey,
start.
we
Oh,
run
we
our
started.
Oh, was this?
You were here, yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking
Okay,
about
the session
sessions.
IDs, yeah.
I wanted to see if there was any, because there was actually, there were people's computers that were infected that had data associated with Trilogy Media, but there wasn't anything sensitive.
Okay.
But it still was leaked. Just nothing that was gonna affect you in any way.
What data is that? Is that their data, like viewers or
Yeah, it's
visitors,
like-
site visitors?
Your Google Analytics, like all the cookies that would put on there, whatever, anything you're using on your site to collect data, whether it's, obviously you're not doing anything malicious. So
Right.
It's just normal stuff that you would get browsing the internet. Your browser's going to save that. So if somebody has malware on your computer, it's going to extract the data from the whole browser for every website that they're on, and that's going to end up in a breach like that.
Yeah.
So nobody targeted Trilogy Media, but you just happen to be in a lot of breaches because of
Right.
people being infected.
Yeah. So what would be the worst case? Like I know this is not, like if this were real, it's not legal, I'd have no interest in doing it. But like if I was curious enough of just like a YouTuber and I was willing to lose $180 to find out if this was real, what would happen if I actually purchased and went through and tried to buy 10 cards?
If it was real, I would assume that as soon as you made the payment, there's things called confirmations. So when you send Bitcoin, it takes some time for things to confirm. Usually 3 confirmations is like the industry standard around the board for anyone that takes crypto as a payment option. After those confirmations go through, this site probably gives you a file or not email. Probably just in your account, you probably see the cards that you paid for. If I had to guess, I don't know.
So they just give you the card numbers and you'd go online and try to buy things with them?
Yeah, if I had to guess, yeah.
That's fun. You can pretend to be a bad
Premium
guy,
cocaine.
hanging out with other
These
bad
are
guys.
real.
This is real?
This is why I wanted to show this, because I
Yeah.
wanted to register for a real one.
Okay.
Because these are actually real marketplaces where people buy real drugs. We're not going to buy any drugs.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, sorry, you flew all the way out here and I don't have any drugs for you.
God damn it, Ryan.
It's very slow. The dark web is slow.
That's what I keep hearing. That's another thing, is there were some commenters saying there's no way that red rooms could be real because the dark web is too slow to live stream.
Yeah, they're not wrong that it's slow, but you know, that doesn't mean that something isn't going to be buffered and you know, maybe
have
delayed.
a delay.
Yeah, as you know,
it's not out of the realm of possibility for live streaming on the dark web.
I know for a fact it's not out of the realm of possibility. Whether you call it a red room or something else, there are some really bad people out there, and I know that for a fact. I mean, I've been doing this a long time.
Damn.
All right, so what do you want our username to be?
SUB submarine.
Truffles.
Truffles Submarine.
There's a funny story of why it's Truffles for Connor.
Log out after 6 hours.
Should have put 69 in the username.
Truffles 69. I don't know if I have.
Perfect.
Let's see if it. I already clicked enter. Sign up quiz. What? We got to take a test.
What? So this is a drug marketplace.
Okay. Yep. So everything related to prices and weapons, poisons, fraud, and scam is strictly forbidden. No hurting individuals. Personal data, doxing data of individual person is strictly forbidden. Being evil, insults, personal attacks, or any similar negative behavior. So I guess
even criminals have a moral code.
I guess so. Okay, so this is.
So what are they quizzing you on? Are they trying to see you're not as like a robot test, or is it like an ethics test in their eyes?
Yeah, I guess it's I think it's just to see if you're a real person.
It's like when you know, like when you have like those traffic signs.
Yeah,
right?
like I'm not a robot.
Yeah, exactly.
Find the cats, you know, or pick out the giraffes.
How many gooses out
I
there?
hate those things. I know I wouldn't even get past this registration page because I don't understand what's happening.
Like
Yeah, it's not letting us sign in.
No.
Shit.
Oh, now it is. Now
Oh,
it's working.
okay.
Okay, so we'll do truffles.
What is the site for?
It's to buy drugs. They have Viagra, don't worry, Connor.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Good lord.
What
How are
is
you
this?
supposed to?
This is just to
This is
sign
like
up.
find the crosswalks on steroids. Like
Yeah, my
if you're-
vision's not very good.
if you're the
this isn't
slightest
helping me.
bit drunk, you're not gonna get through this. Oh, and we're still
no.
not through.
What did I miss? Oh, okay, we're in.
All right. Pretty good privacy.
Yeah, well, that's PGP's great actually. That's a whole other topic within itself.
Support system?
Your first deposit, anti-phishing gel.
I mean, these people, they're very strict about signing up, if you can't tell.
God.
I'm just signing up as a user.
I'm not blaming them because they're doing, you know, they're selling drugs illegally. So
Yes, they are.
And this is definitely real.
This is real, yeah. So here we go.
Oh.
This is a little bit different than what we were showing last time.
Yeah.
These are going to be, like, people selling real things.
Magic mushroom chocolate.
Let's check it out. And that's coming from the USA.
probably coming from Skittles.
Just in time for the new Wonka movie.
My name is Willy Wonka, and I have come to show you a marvelous morsel, an incredible edible.
You want some Wonka, Ashton?
Not that
I mean, here's all the different categories here.
Ecstasy, steroids.
Why are they selling tobacco and alcohol? Just go to the f***ing liquor store.
Well, we got Peruvian cocaine here, though.
94%.
That's a
Peruvian
shitload of cocaine. If that image
How much
is
is
real.
cocaine?
Well, they're selling 0.5 to 28 grams here for 42 to 887 euros. That sounds legitimate. So let's click that. That looks like
The
Viagra.
Stiffmeister.
Yeah,
From the
Stiff.
American Pie.
So let's say we want to buy 28 grams of cocaine here. This is
Overnight shipping available. How does that get through?
Well, look, this is real. 10 to 25 are sold here. We can contact the vendor, like I'll have that load in. We could favorite it. It's coming from the United States in this case. It ships only to the United States.
So only domestically.
Yep. This is how they encrypt all messages. That they use PGP, pretty good privacy. And that's how you would send over your personal details. Then here's reviews from real people. So fast shipping and good product, amazing quality product.
A+.
Yeah,
Wow.
tremendous product, better than you'd expect for the price. Stealth, meaning like how they ship it, it's shipped in a, like nobody talks about how they ship things. So it's like a very private thing. I know that from the old website Silk Road, which is a drug marketplace as well. People will send it inside of like a VCR or inside of a book that is inside of another book, and like crazy ways that they get stuff across the borders or domestically.
Stock on this, clean and great feel, fan-free, Then
free. Wow.
Yeah, like fentanyl free, because
Yeah.
most drugs nowadays are cut with fentanyl.
Then good for the buck, and shipping was fast as
This review in the center there is just from Halloween. I mean,
Yeah, so this is a real site, you know, and I
Yeah.
don't think, like you see how I don't have the ability to leave a review right now? I can't review it because I didn't buy it.
right.
So like this is,
Wow.
yeah, so the cool thing about this, which I don't agree with anybody doing drugs, but I think if I had to choose between buying drugs from a dealer on the corner in some shady city or buying drugs
Trusted
from,
vendor.
yeah, from a marketplace where you know what you're going to get most of the time. You can't guarantee anything.
Right. Good
If I had to
times.
choose between the two, like if I had to choose, it would be this.
this one, yeah.
Good Times Cafe. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a million sellers on here, but I don't know how far you want to go into this, but I just want to show
Just
a
a
real
little bit, yeah,
marketplace.
market.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more, just see what else besides.
Yeah, because I remember last time it was a lot of those websites and they just were BS. You know?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They may have been real, but they didn't look real. Let's see. Oh, so look, here we go. You can pose a message. I'm going to say, hey, my name is Barry Cockiner. Was wondering if you were selling any Viagra.
Yeah.
For a friend of mine, Connor.
Not for me,
Not for me, of
for
course.
a friend.
Definitely for a friend.
Mine.
Named Connor. You're inside, that's it.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bob.
No, I have to be the Viagra.
And Connor is the youngest one.
Youngest one here.
He was like, hey, my banana is working.
He's my youngest friend.
Are you guys okay with that
Yeah,
being
that's
enough
great,
for
that's
dark
great.
web?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then what was the last thing that I had?
I think there was a
on
lie
that
detector,
list?
right?
Yeah, the lie detector. That's something we
I
can.
want to know. Ask Art if he's in the KGB.
I think he might be.
Who created this device? You?
No, this is created by Tor, the people that we were just.
So how did you get it?
I bought it from them at a conference.
Wow.
How much is it? How much was it?
I think it was like 100 or no, it might have been more than that. I think somewhere in a couple $100. It's more to support them because they're open source. And even though people just associate the dark web with all bad things, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not used
not
only for
inherently
bad
bad,
things. Yeah.
So what is this?
So how deep I should put inside?
All the way in.
All the way?
Finger it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want.
Oh, so you want?
Yeah, finger that
Fingers
thing.
in all the way.
All right. Let me go deeper. So.
Should probably. Why don't you come around here and get the actual device?
Yeah, that's
right. So the green light does what?
That's a heart rate monitor. So you just rest your finger on top of it. If I had a longer cord, it'd be easier.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
So these are GSR sensors which measure basically sweat, and then the green is your heart rate. So it measures those two things. There's two screens on the device itself, which has a cool Tor logo. It's showing the GSR on the left side, heart rate on the right. So just put your index finger on that green light.
Put it on.
Which one? Index? What does mean index?
Yeah, your
This
pointer
one?
finger. Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. So then this should, as long as it's not too hard on there, it'll start to stabilize. Just like lightly put it on there. There you go. So now you can start asking them questions. But first, I want to know if you're in the KGB.
Are you in the KGB?
No.
I think he's squeezing his butt cheeks together. Oh, look, he's popping up.
So what is that? That means it's the red you're looking at?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Okay. You gotta tell me.
Look at him.
No, because
He's lying. He's not even talking.
What the hell?
No, I took it off. So how do you know when I'm lying or not?
Well, we're gonna have to find out. We gotta ask you some baseline questions.
Okay. It all has to be yes or no, right?
Yeah, yes or no's, I think.
Is your name Artyom Kulik?
Yes.
Were you born in 1984?
Yes.
Are you over 6 feet tall?
Yes.
Have you ever been to the moon?
Not yet.
Do you like pizza?
No.
Are you a member now or ever formerly been in the KGB?
Oh, I lied? What happened? What, is it pizza?
Oh, he's lying.
No, it's KGB.
Oh, KGB? Oh, I thought it was pizza.
You didn't answer the question.
Yes or no?
Did he?
What is the question?
Are you now or have you ever been a secret member of the KGB?
No, but I did get approached.
This is yes or no question.
No?
Oh, look, he's having a heart attack.
Are you nervous?
I'm nervous right now. All right, go ahead.
Connor, ask him a question.
Ask me a question.
He's in his butt cheeks.
He is. Oh, clenching.
It's so uncomfortable to sit like this, dude. Okay, questions.
Are you
No.
I think he's telling the
Yeah, that
truth.
looks truthful.
Oh my goodness.
Any questions?
Have you ever secretly wanted to kill me?
No. I want to slap you a lot of times, but kill you, no.
Are you intimately attracted to Ryan Montgomery?
Yes. You see, I lied, right?
It went a little
Yeah, I lied. I lied. I never liked you.
I see that.
All right, ask me stupid questions,
You're
idiot.
getting excited. Whoa, you're getting real excited.
Although, no, because I'm taking off. It's like fucking.
What off?
Well, unless I can, you know what? I can actually do it like this. All right, let's go.
Hold on, I think it's unplugged.
Do you break it?
Okay, a couple more questions and let's test Ashton.
Oh, why me?
Why? Okay.
Have you ever used the phrase, on my way to your bitch?
No.
Have you ever stolen anything?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
See a little spike?
What? It means I lied?
No, I think you're telling the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, I stole your heart.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So yeah, what are those, what is that? Is that his heart, like, is that sweat or is that his heart changing beats? Is
Yeah,
that...
so I think the red line is the sweat, and I think.
That's weird.
I can't, I mean, let me see, it says it at the top. GSR is actually orange, so this line at the
What is
bottom,
that?
that's the sweat.
Okay. Heartbeat red.
Yeah, so his heart is the one that's jumping all over the place.
All right, come here, Ash. You do, and I will ask you a questions. It's your freaking turn. Put it inside.
Disclaimer, we're not lie detector professionals. This is not a high-tech device.
Do not use this against me in a court of law.
Yeah. No idea what's going on. We're just doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Did these have to be on the
You have to go
fingertips?
deeper,
Yeah,
all the way deep.
All the way in.
But that goes on the bottom of the finger?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Unless you sweat out of your nails.
I don't.
Fingers.
That I know of. Look at my heart. I'm crazy in love with you guys.
Wow, his heart's moving.
No, I'm passionate.
All right.
Baseline questions first.
Yes. Is it your name, Ashton Bingham?
Yes.
Were you born in California?
Yes.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Have you ever had sex before?
Yes.
So lie.
Fuck you guys.
Have you ever wanted to have a different business partner?
No.
Do you like Connor?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lie too.
You guys. No, I love him.
Another lie.
Another dude, all lies. Holy
Fuck.
You're such a liar. Do you like Ryan?
Huh?
Do you like Ryan?
Yes.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Why his heartbeat is so f***ed up?
Because I have a big heart. I'm like you.
Dick.
My heart is going crazy.
Healthy.
Are you
Consistent.
My.
Yeah, are you
No.
It's pretty stable. I would say that's truthful.
Ryan, any questions?
Have you ever thought about doing anything with Connor that was against his will?
No.
I don't know what to think about that.
Whoa! Whoa!
Of course not. What do you mean by against his will?
I'm trying to think about
Would you be okay if you never gonna be a successful actor?
Yes.
Are you afraid to lose Trilogy?
Yes.
Are you afraid to lose me?
Yes.
Stable as f.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some good questions.
Yeah, what?
So you're looking for inconsistencies, not necessarily the height of the peaks, right?
I don't
You don't even know. Wow.
Are you the best blackjack player in the room?
Definitely not.
I mean, he
I already took it off, but I already know that.
That's cool.
That is really neat.
This is cool. He's freaking you and your devices.
I love it.
I thought it was a cool thing.
it.
Tour-
It is.
tour
It's so
made this,
neat.
You know, like some.
Yeah, and it's related
I wish I
to-
could credit the actual creator, like one, you know, tour the company. Or
Yeah, we could put it in the video for sure.
Yeah.
Somebody spent their time to make this.
Thank you,
device.
Tor.
You know, regardless of how accurate it is, it's super cool.
Okay, Connor, you're next.
No.
Just kidding.
Our trip to Miami was jam-packed with scammer hunting, so we didn't get as much time with Ryan in person as we would have hoped. But being the cool cat that he is, Noodles as we call him, he was willing to showcase some other relevant protective measures over a Zoom call, one of the first being the recent AT&T breach.
Why don't we just do the AT&T breach? Because
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
relevant. People, the news, there's articles as of 2 days ago right now that are still talking about it. There's 70, They started saying it was 71 million people that were affected, and now it's at 73. Some people say 74. I guess it's just dependent on what source you're looking at. But we have the entire database. I was able to get access to the AT&T database the day that it was leaked. Well, not the day that it was leaked originally. So if you need the whole story, because I'll tell you how it all went down.
Yeah.
In 2021, I'm not going to name them, a group of hackers, I guess, breached what they were saying was AT&T. And they went on the dark web, for other words, and they offered to sell these customer records, which included, full name, date of birth, social security number, email address, you name it, it's basically in there. It's enough to run a credit report on you. It's a lot of people, but they wanted $1 million for the data. They didn't want to give it up unless someone paid them $1 million. And nobody paid that, of course. And there was some, I think that you could see the top maybe 20 lines of the database, but there wasn't a way to absolutely prove that data was from AT&T. And I think it was 2 years went by and nobody bought it. And then out of nowhere, they decided to leak it in a small, breach community. So I guess, members of that community that were able to access this breach were able to download it. So the first thing that I thought was, okay, AT&T has not confirmed that this breach came from them. They actually said the opposite. They said they couldn't find any evidence that it was theirs. They were denying that anything happened whatsoever. There were no people in the industry with a cybersecurity company or personally that were offering a way to search that data. Mm-hmm. So I decided with my team that if I have the database, it's not, it's the way that it was structured was there was one file that was full of all of the names and addresses and emails, but the social security numbers and date of birth were in 2 separate files. You needed to have all 3 files to get all 3 bits of information. So what we did was figured out, which file was what and where to put which information. We populated all of that data together into one database and then created a quick search tool where you put a phone number in, you press search, and it throws back if you were in it or you weren't in it. And based upon our stats, 1 out of 3 people that have searched their numbers so far have been in the database. Art is in the database, and I think you should super blur it, make sure nobody sees it.
I'll think about it.
But you're in there, Art. Your social security number's in there, your email, your address, your secondary phone number's probably in there. I got to check again. You personally have to take action on this, like you do.
Yeah, we actually, we were working on a last video, our Mexico trip, and I received email, and I opened my email, and it says, your data being sold, or your data being found on dark web. I was like, and it's from Google, right? I was like, what the heck are you talking about? So I clicked it, and they said, if you want to see more, do these. And I'm like going through these, and I was like, that's me.
We should check the database for me and Connor too, because I haven't looked.
We check Connor. Connor doesn't, but
okay, we should check me because I don't have AT&T, but you never know. So
yeah,
we should see if.
Yeah, you never know because the way that we confirmed prior to AT&T admitting it, which I was going to get to in a second, AT&T admitted fault. They sent emails to everyone that was affected. They forced reset all the pins on the accounts, but that doesn't change the fact that your social security number is out there, and anybody that could, have access to download this database is in possession of it forever. Like I can't remove you from that list. All right. And if you're in it, Ashton, we'll see. But how we confirmed was my business partner, Rick, used to own a facility in Florida, and they needed a house. For whatever reason, they had to rent a house. It was either AT&T Internet, Uverse, DirecTV, some AT&T product he had to put in his name. He's never had AT&T wireless for his phone. And we ran his phone number, and he was in the database, and it was with the email address that associated with the business that I was just referring to. So that confirmed to us that the only place he ever used that information was with AT&T at that exact time. So it was in our minds 100% confirmed, but for legal reasons, we put that it was the alleged AT&T breach. Now that they've confirmed it, we changed that on our site that it's officially the AT&T breach. I'll show it to you real quick just so you can see, and then and I'll tell you what you can do to prevent it.
Yo, I am, and AT&T. I'm changing my. It's too late, but them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is too late. I'm in it too, though. If it makes you feel better, I'm in it, and I left it on my own site for people to search me. Give me your number real quick, Art.
No, it's already there. Look. He just because
I looked you up like I said in the beginning. So here's your name. I masked out the date of birth and I masked out the beginning of your social. But this is in the database. It doesn't look like this in the database.
Yeah.
We just did that so that people don't abuse it.
Yeah.
But if you can confirm, because I'm sure this will be blurred for everybody, is any of this information your social, your date of birth, your name, your address?
Everything is correct.
Thankfully, the address is old as but it's still.
I would,
it's
I
correct,
rather would
though.
have the real address, but no like social security involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's all
Yeah, so your
address.
social security number in here is correct.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and so that's I'll show you at me as well. So if I put my phone number in, here I am. I'm in the same database. You know, it's
Wow.
So you were definitely not joking about this.
no, I'm in it. And then what's yours, Ashton? Nothing.
Let's get Connor. Connor, what is your number?
Nothing.
You.
Yeah, me and Ryan.
I feel bad
Great.
for Ryan. I don't feel bad for you.
All right, so let's go back to Art though, because so Art's in this AT&T breach.
Yeah.
And you should have received an email, Art. With
They
them.
never send me.
I think they're because Google and everybody's saying they alert you about the breach, but they're not showing you how bad that this breach actually is. They're just saying your information's in there, and this information could be exposed.
Yeah.
Here, how we did it at Pentester, obviously, is we did att.pentester.com, threw it up super fast just so that people could check and freeze their credit. Even though this address is wrong, like within 2 seconds, I could look your name up, I could look up your email, or I could have done this the other way. If I knew your email, I could have found your phone number, and any of these things could have related back to you. But the first thing that you should be doing, especially because this video is going to come out, is go to these 3 links. You don't need to pay for it. It doesn't make me any money. There's no benefit whatsoever for me or my company. Is to go to all 3 credit bureaus and freeze your credit. You don't have to pay for an account. You just go in there, you put in your social, you put in your email address, activate your email. You click the one button, it freezes it. Which all freezing your credit does, it doesn't hurt your credit score. All it does is when someone goes to pull a credit report on you, or open a credit card, or try to get a loan, or whatever you're going to use credit for, it just blocks it from happening and doesn't affect your credit in any way. So if you want to go buy a car, or you want to go buy a house, or you want to open a credit card or raise a limit on a credit card, whatever you're trying to do, you go back to those 3 links, just bookmark them in your browser and unfreeze it. Let them run your credit again. They'll get the report, and then when they're done, freeze it again, and do that for the rest of your life, and you'll never have a problem.
That was my question. I was just going to ask that, Ryan. Why isn't the default state for everyone to have frozen credit, and they just unfreeze it every now and then when they need it? Like, why is it the other way around?
I don't have the exact answer to that, but my guess would be because it's most people don't even know how to use a computer in the first place. So I would assume that would be why.
Is it a
they
good
could
practice?
Call all 3 credit bureaus and freeze and unfreeze, but I feel like it's a convenience thing, and I don't have any other explanation. But I personally had my credit frozen for the last year, because back in the beginning when things started to go pretty crazy with me online, a lot of people were trying to expose my information, including my credit report and all that. So I just froze my credit and nothing has happened. So I can tell you with absolute certainty that freezing your credit will help you.
Is it a good practice preventatively too? Like for people that even if they haven't been leaked, just to have it frozen until they have a...
So you're gonna freeze your balls?
Yeah, if you don't mind, spending 5 minutes anytime you want to buy something or take a loan out on something or whatever, like I said, getting a credit card,
something you do
whatever
every day,
your
Right,
case
right,
is, if
exactly.
you don't mind the 5 minutes it takes to unfreeze it, everybody should freeze their credit.
Noodles, you're awesome. AT&T, you.
But again, is it AT&T's fault? I mean, we talked about this with MGM. I mean, they were stolen from, right? It's not like, were they negligent, or was this just something that was unavoidable?
I can't say that it's their fault because I don't know exactly how they were breached in the first place, and it looked like, if they're telling the truth, they didn't even know how they were breached. So I can't say it's their fault. There's a class action lawsuit, I'm sure, that's about to pop up. I guess it's the same question. If somebody hacked your Instagram account and you didn't do anything, somebody found a vulnerability in Instagram, for example, is that your fault, or is that Instagram's fault, or is it the hacker that just, is it their fault?
Yeah,
so,
there are 3
I don't know.
angles.
I guess it's subjective. Yeah, AT&T is doing the best from what I see. They denied it at first, now they're admitting it, and they're offering everybody credit reports for free for I think a year, which is what most people do under these circumstances with a breach.
What would be normally the worst case scenario for someone that was involved in the breach, didn't know or doesn't pay attention? How would they be targeted after a breach? What would be the worst case for with their data being stolen? What could happen to them?
So from this information, as you know, you can open a credit card in someone's name or buy a car, or people usually just open credit cards in people's names and buy cell phones and resell them. Whatever their use case is. Having your social, think of it like this: I could call your electric company, say that I'm you, They ask to verify all the information, one of those things being your social security number, let's say. There's not much information I don't have here to prove that I'm you, other than maybe your security question or a PIN code, which I feel not every company is going to be asking you for, especially if you can provide all of the information in just this one breach alone. And then, you got to remember other breaches. So now we know Art's email is right here in the database, right?
Yeah.
So you asked what could happen is obviously we could pretend to be Art. We could call, the power company, we could call the credit card company, we could call the cell phone company, try to get my SIM card swapped with his SIM card. There's so many things I could do with just this little bit of information. But let's just take the simple example of this email address that is still active. I'll run that against the pen tester database and see what comes up. We have a ton of passwords here that Art may or may not be using actively. There's just so many breaches associated with it. There's obviously email address, phone numbers, and this is just the light scan. So anybody can run this and see, how screwed they actually are. This one's going to include some information. Looks like LinkedIn.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and this is just the light scan. So after you sign up, we do a deeper scan. We look for more recent data breaches. And, even if, let's say, some of these passwords are not in use on your main accounts, maybe variations of these passwords are, or maybe one of these passwords would get me into the recovery email for this Gmail, which gets me into one of your new accounts. There's so many things. So if you're using any of these credentials whatsoever, I would highly recommend that you stop.
Also, I've had to recover a password on Google before, and it's sometimes it says, enter the last password you remember using, and that will help you get into the account. And so, even if you're not using those, them knowing that is still not a good thing.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
Can you run I have a Gmail I've had for 20 years.
Sure.
0 results.
No, I want it will be 69 results. Yeah, boy. You.
Yeah, I recognize all of that.
Yep, here we go.
Yeah, so we have passwords, we have domain names, we have home addresses.
Yeah, our old North Hollywood address is on there, where the original viral video was filmed. Sorry, oh my gosh, I'm so allergic to something in this Target. It must be all the bullshit.
There's a lot of selectors you could search by, like first name, last name, email address, IP address, VIN number, license plate number. We have a lot of selectors that, because sometimes just looking up an email isn't going to show everything, because your car, for example, might have been in a breach at let's say you pay for parking somewhere. You might be in a breach just with your license plate.
Do you want to run your email, Connor?
What's your clue at Gmail?
Oh wow, just using the same password for everything. Great practice.
You do what the
And if you notice, these are all different breaches. So this one came from GameStop. This is StockX, Gmail, Pixify. Seems like he likes shoes. Yeah, so that's that. And then we have some personal info here, which is something that differs us from the others is we don't just show usernames and passwords. We show all of the data that was in the database. Of course, in our light scan, you're not going to see everything, but you get a little glimpse at it here. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a small look. But the main focus there was, going from something as simple as an AT&T breach that happened in 2021. They just exposed the email, a social, a name, a phone number, an address. Even if it's old information, that will give me enough information to get new information. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that new information could, in the wrong hands, be very dangerous for you. Okay, so if you want, it's kind of a risk, though, as you know, to talk about, the deep nude stuff. All that means is people are using AI to undress people. Let's say I put a photo of Ashton or Art or, a woman. It doesn't matter who it is, regardless of the age, too. And it's gonna, create an AI-generated version of them naked. This is not a new concept. There's been deepfake or lookalike forever, but now with the power of AI, people, it looks very realistic. You don't have to, Photoshop it. Anyone with zero tech ability can do this. It is a huge problem, and I'm seeing here, that one of the most popular use cases for AI image creation is just in general. Which, if that's your thing, that's your thing. My problem is when it affects children and it affects innocent women that don't want to be naked on the internet without their permission. I feel, it's pretty disturbing.
This is what it looks like to feel violated. This is what it looks like to feel taken advantage of.
Think about, Hunter Moore, when Hunter Moore had that website that was full of revenge.
Is that what they
It
made
was-
the documentary about? The most hated man on the internet?
Yeah, so people would post pictures of their ex-girlfriends or boyfriends naked, and then they would link to their social media accounts, sometimes including their phone numbers, and it would, there was a lot of, people hurting themselves, and it was really, really messed up. So I made a video a little while ago, because I found some communities on Instagram where there are literal groups of people that are taking children from just people that post their kids, like, most parents post their kids online. And they'll take those photos and they'll use these same tools and make them, they'll make the kids in some vulnerable positions. Like I'm trying to be careful with how I word this, but it's very, very upsetting and frustrating. One of these main sites, I will not name it, but the number one category, as we saw on one of the dark web videos, the number one category for deep nudes is child. Parents need to, as much as they want to show off their kid and they're proud of their kid and they don't think it's going to happen to them, they have to stop posting photos of their children online. You gotta stop thinking that it's just not going to happen to you, because it may. And even if it's a 1% chance, which I personally believe is higher, it's not worth it, because once the photo's out there and they have a photo of you or your child, it's there forever. And good luck explaining that that's not you. And then on a completely other thing that I found out recently, like this is in my personal life, there was a TikTok page that popped up at this school where the kids were doing it with a bunch of the other kids at school, and they were having people rate the boys and the girls based on these AI generated nudes of these kids in school. So the TikTok, I guess, was redirecting them to a different place to look at the images. And the guy that I was speaking to was asking me, like, can I find out who created the page? And I'm in the middle of trying to figure that out. I can't tell you for sure whether I can or I can't figure that out. Yeah. But it's super disturbing. They're bullying kids. They're in that case, they're actual kids sharing kids. But it's still not okay. And people do bad things to themselves when they feel like somebody took advantage of them like that. And I know this personally, this isn't a reference to the article, but the federal government is treating AI-generated child the same as regular CSAM, which is child sexual abuse material.
So yeah, how does that work with the law? Because obviously it's up no matter what, and it's the worst when it's kids, but like, posting like an ex-girlfriend's nudes or whatever without her consent.
Yeah, that's revenge. That's a different category.
Well, yes, but like then you make an AI version of it that's not actually her. Where does the law define, like, it's not real? How is this is so new for the law? So how are they treating, if they're treating it as different? Like, it's so confusing to me.
I agree with you 100%. And look, I'm no legal expert, but I can tell you that I'm fairly confident that on the adult side of things, it's going to be mostly a civil matter. Like, did it cause damages? Was it defamatory? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't speak on the criminal side other than for children. I know that for a fact, if somebody deepfakes a child, or they use AI to generate child, that it'll be treated exactly the same as real.
And that's good.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, the devil's advocate here. You get a and sleazy public defender like Lambros, who's going to take the angle. Well, it wasn't really the kid. It was not. It wasn't real, so you can't say that it was the kid because it wasn't the kid. Like,
yeah, that's why they call them public pretenders.
Yeah, public pretender. Chihuahua. Yeah. Anyway, wow, that's f***ed up. And yeah, no, we certainly we don't want to name any of those sites, but it's scary that is such a common.
Yeah, and it came out of nowhere too. Of course, AI blowing up the way that it's blowing up, it was going to be used for bad, and it's being used for bad in many other ways too. I live in this world of trying to catch these scumbags, so I see all of this stuff pretty frequently. Like, not the content, but what they're doing and where they're doing it and how they're doing it. Of course, they found a way to weaponize it for their sick fantasies, and then my team and I go in there and do what we got to do.
It was video of Elon Musk, right? And it was AI, but it was like on social media. He was like, "Hey, if you're gonna sign up for this website, I'm gonna give you 1 Bitcoin, right?"
Oh yeah, I'm seeing.
And people constantly. Like, "Oh my God, like, of course I want to sign up." So people it's coming from Elon Musk. So they will go sign up and will get scammed and hacked and blah blah blah. And Elon Musk, he tweeted, he was like, "Hey,
they're doing it to Mr. Beast. They're doing. I mean, it's rampant. It's just going to keep.
It's surprisingly easy. Like I can give this one out because it's not really going to hurt anybody. Keep Face Live. is a GitHub project that if it has detailed instructions on how to install it, and you could be Elon Musk right now.
Hey, Trilogy Media, this is Ryan Montgomery with a deepfake of Elon Musk. At the moment, I am using my own voice, but maybe I'll try to change it into his. This is a combination of my face and his face, and I'm doing this in a live stream instead of having to process the video later.
Okay. And you just pick a person you want to look like, and you can just record. You can just fuck around with it that way.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's faces that are already in there, like that are already trained, like Jim Carrey, Elon Musk, Mr. Bean, and then you can train faces for this as well, which I believe it takes some time, but you can do that. I could take the photos of one of your faces and try to train it on your face, and then I'm gonna look like you to some degree.
Well, that's the thing is, it's how easy to use nowadays technologies. Like, it's already easy to scam people, right? Like in general, the way like elderly people getting like romance scam and stuff. Now it's like, hey, you want recovery money? My name is Ashton Bingham, and yeah, I can FaceTime you. Yeah, give me your money.
Another video we're working on right now is with the fake Trilogy people. They're on Telegram and they open all these fake social media accounts and they talk to our viewers. They pretend to be us. They pretend like they're gonna help them get their money back. I'm talking to one right now. I got him physically on a voice call and he's pretending to be me. He's trying to talk like me. It's f***ing hilarious. But I'm sure the day very soon will come that viewers are going to start sending me videos of myself that I didn't make, saying, "Hey, this is you promising me money. You just have to go get gift cards." You know,
100%. It's like, without doubt, it's going to happen. I'm dealing with impersonator accounts. I haven't had anybody trying to recover money. To my knowledge of what I've seen so far, people trying to do the crypto scams using my name. And I see all kinds of impersonator accounts on TikTok, Instagram, Discord, and they just it seems like none of the platforms care. The accounts stay up.
Anything else you want to say, or
what else we can?
I mean, I think we have more than enough here, but
I think we do.
Thank you. I mean, endlessly thank you for being the best noodle there is.
Number one noodle.
Number one noodle.
I love you guys, and I can't wait to. People don't know what's coming soon, I'm sure, but it's we are working on something really big. So I'm excited, and these guys are amazing. So thank you guys, and I hope you have an awesome trip back to California.
And of course, get pentester.com.
Yes.
Get it.
Pentester.com. Oh, wrong side of the shirt.
Do it.
Pentester.com.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Good.
Have a good rest of your day.
Much love.
Have a good day.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to give Zero Day a follow on all of his socials. All of his links are here on screen. Watch all of his videos. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe and notification bell here on Trilogy Media. And now's your chance to do your free browser scan with Guardio and arm yourself with the best cybersecurity protection that you can find. Just go to guard.io/trilogy or click the link in the description below. As we just learned, hackers don't even need your passwords to hijack an online session and lock you out of your own accounts, even if you have two-factor authentication activated. But with your single subscription to Guardio, you now get built-in anti-account hijacking protection, so that all logins to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and other accounts are completely protected from being hijacked. Go to guard.io/trilogy right now, do a quick security checkup, and let Guardio secure your digital life now. Lastly, before I leave you guys, sometimes our videos are too hot for YouTube, or sometimes they get removed altogether. So in any case that this video gets removed, or you want to go watch the uncensored version, you can always find it on Trilogy Plus. Go to trilogyplus.com or simply download the app and start streaming right now for free. Thanks again as always for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.